Paul Heyman gets nervous during a recent interview. Bray Wyatt's creative freedom in WWE is disclosed, and WWE confirms a major injury for Kofi Kingston. What's up, everyone? I'm host G, and there's a lot to talk about in today's Sportskeeda Wrestling WWE News Roundup. Never miss brand new content by liking, sharing, and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Paul Heyman gets nervous during a recent interview. Paul Heyman seemed quite nervous when he was recently asked if he's spoken with Brock Lesnar following his WWE suspension. Lesnar lost his Universal title match against Roman Reigns at the recent Crown Jewel pay-per-view. After the event, the Beast Incarnate took out his anger on everyone who stood in his way on SmackDown. Lesnar also attacked WWE official Adam Pearce after he was suspended for his actions. Paul Heyman recently had a chat with ESPN. Heyman got quite nervous when asked whether he had spoken with Brock Lesnar following the latter's suspension, saying, quote, No, why would you think I would do such a thing? I'm the special counsel to the tribal chief. Did Kayla Braxton put you up to that question? I'm growing uncomfortable with you trying to question me. I don't live in the past. I was the advocate for Brock Lesnar, and it was a magnificent time in my life and an honor to, hey, he's the only man in history, the only being. He's not even a man, he's a beast. And the only being in history to hold the NCAA Heavyweight Championship, the UFC Heavyweight Championship, which he won from Randy freaking Couture, and the WWE and Universal Heavyweight Championships. What a box office attraction. What a unique individual. But that's all. Kayla put you up to this. Come on. Why would you ask me such a question if I talk to Brock? I mean, not only is he suspended, but fined $1 million. That's a lot of money. I'm very stressed by this, end quote. Brock Lesnar returned to WWE at SummerSlam and confronted Reigns, mere moments after the latter's big win over John Cena. Lesnar's demeanor hinted that he was now a babyface. Soon after, Brock Lesnar made it clear that he was gunning for the Universal title. Lesnar also revealed that Heyman knew about his WWE return. During the Crown Jewel Universal title bout contract signing, Lesnar disclosed that he had already read the contents of the contract with Paul Heyman. These instances led to rising tensions between the special counsel and Reigns. At Crown Jewel, Reigns stood victorious over Brock Lesnar and now has his sights set on Big E. Judging from Heyman's nervous tone, he seemingly spoke with Brock Lesnar after his suspension. Only time will tell if the special counsel is truly with Roman Reigns or is in a secret alliance with Brock Lesnar. Eric Bischoff says former Universal Champion was a lot hard to handle. WWE Hall of Famer Eric Bischoff has stated that former Universal Champion and pro wrestling icon Goldberg was hard to handle. The former WCW president said that Goldberg was difficult to deal with, but not in a bad way, and explained why. Goldberg was one of the main stars in WCW under Bischoff's reign as the chief person in charge of the promotion. The WWE Hall of Famer had an incredible run as world champion and a 173-0 undefeated streak in the promotion. While speaking on his 83 Weeks podcast on ad-free shows, Bischoff said that Goldberg's intense personality and pursuit of perfection made it a little hard for him to handle. Although Bischoff said Goldberg was hard to handle, he believes that it was not a bad thing. Love him or hate him, Goldberg will go down as one of the most influential and important stars in pro wrestling history. He was a key part of the Monday Night Wars and created a magnificent legacy. 25 years on from his pro wrestling debut, the former WCW World Heavyweight Champion is still going strong and has been a part of high-profile matches in WWE. While he may get a lot of criticism on social media, fans in arenas still seem to love him and chant his name just like it was 1997. But his in-ring career may be coming to an end soon, as he has just one match remaining in his current WWE deal. Bray Wyatt's creative freedom in WWE is disclosed. Former WWE star Bray Wyatt had a lot of creative freedom in WWE as per Jason Baker, a special effects makeup artist who worked with Wyatt. Baker has worked with several WWE superstars apart from Wyatt. Triple H and the members of now the defunct Retribution faction have also worked with Baker. In an interview with Gimme a Hell Yeah podcast, Baker stated that all the ideas had to be approved by WWE, but the company did give him and Wyatt creative freedom, saying, quote, WWE did give Bray and I a lot of creative freedom, but also a lot of times everything had to be approved. There were little tweaks and changes and things like that. At the end of the day, whoever is footing the bill is the one who gets the final say. If we're working for WWE and creating a mask for them, it's safety first. The big thing we have to do is make sure that it's comfortable, durable, and they can see out of it." End quote. Baker said the stars needed to see out of their mask as safety is paramount. The special effects artist also created Triple H's crown, which he wore at WrestleMania 30. Baker recently announced that he and Wyatt are now working on a new film project later this month. The former WWE champion, who was released by WWE in July of this year, has yet to sign with a new promotion. He has teased various moves since his release, but nothing has materialized as of yet. Finn Balor makes a swift in-ring return after an injury scare. Balor was pulled from live events at Leeds, and it was reported due to a minor injury. There was some concern and speculation about the Prince's Survivor Series status, but fans don't have to worry anymore. As per a report from Mike Johnson of PW Insider, Finn Balor was back in action in the Manchester live event, teaming up with Cesaro to beat Walter and Sheamus. This is good news, as it means that Finn Balor's injury was in fact a minor one. It's common for wrestlers to work through injuries, but this one had put Balor's Survivor Series 2021 appearance under serious jeopardy. The former Universal Champion is part of the men's team on Monday Night Raw for the traditional Survivor Series match. He missed this past episode of Raw because of the UK tour, but he is expected to return soon. The tag team match at the live event was a clever way to ensure that Balor didn't have to work too much, and he presumably may have let Cesaro do the heavy lifting for the team. While Finn Balor failed in his attempt to become the Universal Champion upon his return to SmackDown, Raw presents a fresh start. He fell short in the WWE title #1 contenders match that Seth Rollins eventually won. While it's unlikely Finn Balor will challenge for the WWE title until 2022, there are a lot of possible feuds for him on Raw. A recent report suggested that Balor would be used on Raw in the same role played by Drew McIntyre on the Red brand. It remains to be seen if this will mean that Balor could be in line for a world title run soon. But for now, fans can be happy that the Prince has shaken off his minor injury and is back inside the ring. WWE confirms a major injury to Kofi Kingston after his assault on SmackDown. Kofi Kingston was assaulted by the Bloodline on SmackDown this past Friday. Sir Kofi Kingston was at ringside as King Woods beat Jimmy Uso in a loser bends the knee match. Jimmy Uso nearly bent the knee after the match. However, the ceremony was interrupted when Roman Reigns came out and ambushed King Woods and Kofi Kingston. In an update on Twitter, WWE revealed that as a result of the attack on SmackDown, Kofi Kingston suffered a sprained MCL in his knee. The first instinct by most fans is to assume that this is a part of a storyline. And to an extent, they might be right. However, it's also possible that WWE is doing this to write Kofi Kingston off TV for a while as King Woods gets more of the spotlight. Lately, King Woods has been the central focus of the two men, as the third member, Big E, is the face of Monday Night Raw. It'll be interesting to see how long it takes for Kofi Kingston to return to SmackDown. If it was a legitimate MCL sprain on his knee, he could be out of action for a while. King Woods is set to have one of the biggest matches of his WWE career this Friday night on SmackDown. For the first time ever, the 11-time tag team champion will face the tribal chief Roman Reigns in a match that will determine who the king of SmackDown really is. Thanks for watching today's Sportskeeda Wrestling WWE News Roundup. For exclusive content that you never want to miss, you gotta subscribe to our YouTube channel and smash that notification bell so you never miss whenever we drop brand new content. Follow us on all social media and download the Sportskeeda app for the most up-to-date stories in the world of wrestling.